you good, okay, yeah. Well, you ain't got to drop it, but no. When you got it, yes. Somebody that last. Not even say what's wrong.
Terence Crawford is fully focused on beating Canelo Alvarez, and his recent training video shows how ready he truly is. It clearly explains why he chose not to take an easy fight before meeting Canelo. His strategy was to use the early months to build his fitness and the later months to study and prepare for his rival, and everything has worked out exactly as planned. He shared online a while back that he had put on a large amount of weight while getting ready for the match. What surprised many people was that he came in 18 pounds above the super middleweight cap of 168 pounds. After fixing the weight problem, Crawford has returned to training for Canelo Alvarez with a level of energy never seen before. He is powerfully hitting heavy bags, working hard on the mitts, running long distances to build stamina and speed, lifting weights to strengthen his body, shadow boxing to sharpen his skills, improving his movement, and focusing on every part of his boxing game. Most importantly, he has begun sparring with much larger fighters. Crawford is now preparing for the September fight, and it looks like his trainer Brian B.C. McIntyre has secured the ideal sparring partner for the Nebraska native as he gets ready for the tough move from 154 to 168 pounds against the Mexican star. A reliable report states that his main training partner will be Guatemalan fighter Lester Martinez, who is a super middleweight contender and recently scored a fourth-round knockout win over Joe. When asked if Martinez would be a good choice to help Crawford prepare for Canelo, Bulma said they would absolutely use him for sparring once the September fight against Saul Alvarez was confirmed. Until now, Crawford's toughest test came in his 2023 bout against Terrell Spence Jr., which he won. Ulick was asked whether a fight between Crawford and Canelo would be an even tougher test. He answered right away and said yes without any doubt. He pointed to the level of achievements both fighters have reached in their careers. He explained that this matchup is so important that if the undisputed champion across two weight divisions manages to defeat the Mexican star, it could be the perfect way to finish his boxing journey. He said it absolutely could happen and added that it might be the final fight. He repeated that it probably could be the last one and agreed again when pressed further as the coach shared his honest view. Terence Crawford's team believes his biggest strength creates a special problem for Canelo Alvarez. His unusual fighting style may play a major role as both fighters get ready for a major showdown. As anticipation builds for the September 12th fight in Las Vegas, those closest to Crawford feel the unbeaten star offers a challenge Canelo has never faced in his long and successful career. Bernie Davis, who is close to Crawford, says no training partner or camp can truly copy what Crawford brings into the ring. He believes Crawford's adaptability and high-level ring intelligence form a unique weapon that could be very difficult for the Mexican champion to solve. Nobody boxes like Crawford, he said during a recent talk with Mill City Boxing, suggesting that Canelo may struggle to get ready for someone with such smooth movement, constant stance changes, and smart unpredictability. Some people think Crawford will follow a game plan similar to Floyd Mayweather, using movement defense and well-timed responses, but many believe Bud could do much more than just handle Canelo's power. Others argue that switching stances too often may not work against an experienced fighter like Canelo, who is rarely tricked by those tactics. Even though Canelo throws fewer punches than before, he still wins rounds by landing clean, powerful shots that clearly stand out to the judges.
It is official, Canelo and Crawford at Allegiant Stadium. Give me your first reaction to that getting announced.
Super excited, super excited. Like I say, a lot of people are saying about Crawford's age, but no boxing, no life, as Canelo would say. And Crawford still, in age, but he ain't took no punishment. He's cautious. He works hard throughout these years, so of course you're gonna.
Crawford's success at 154 pounds is unquestioned, but moving up to 168 brings real danger. This jump in weight carries serious risks. Unlike many fighters who slowly grow into a higher division, Crawford has decided to step straight into a title fight without taking an easier match first. Trainer Abel Sanchez understands this challenge well, because he has direct experience of preparing a fighter to face the Mexican legend after guiding Gennady Golovkin through his fights with Canelo in 2017 and 2018.
You got to count that in the factor, but in his heart and his mind and his spirit, he's still youthful about boxing. He loves boxing, and this is one way to get him up. He's a challenge guy. He loves a challenge, and Canelo is the biggest challenge you can get. We got to go up 2 weight classes, really 3 weight classes to get a guy like that. Hardest puncher, great counter puncher, tons of experience, undisputed champion, unified champion, a couple of divisions champion, and so we didn't get to Pacquiao or the Mayweather, but we getting Canelo, and nothing comes easy.
Veteran trainer Abel Sanchez spoke with Fight Hub TV about several future boxing matchups, including possible big fights. Sanchez explained why he feels Canelo Alvarez is simply too much for Terence Crawford. When asked directly about the Canelo and Crawford matchup, he said he personally thinks it is a bad fight. He explained that Crawford looks too small and described Canelo as the current face of boxing with an impressive record. Sanchez believes the fight could be competitive early, mainly because of Crawford's hand speed. He compared it to past fights where speed was clear at the beginning but faded as the rounds went on. As the fight continues, Sanchez expects Canelo to begin breaking Crawford down and predicts the fight would end somewhere between the 9th and 12th rounds. He believes any clean shot from Canelo would hurt Crawford. He also said Canelo would struggle to catch him early because Crawford's movement and speed are strong. Sanchez added that Crawford is a dangerous fighter at his natural weight, but pointed to Crawford's last fight at 154 as proof that size matters. He finished by saying no matter how much weight Crawford gains, moving up to 168 will make a real difference.
A ridiculous fight myself. I think that Crawford is too small. Canelo is, in my opinion, the face of boxing right now. I think that look at his resume. I think it's a good fight for a little while. Crawford's hand speed will, just like when Golovkin fought Kell Brook, the hand speed was evident at the beginning of the fight. But as the fight goes on, Canelo's going to start pounding on him, and I think that the fight ends somewhere between the 9th and 12th round.
Are you really figure?
He called it a foolish matchup and said that while Crawford is a great fighter, he has stayed the same from 135 to 147 and remains the same type of competitor. He explained that Crawford has not made changes to help him succeed at higher weights, while Canelo has adapted over time. He added that Crawford has not been dominating his opponents and pointed out that his big win came against someone past his prime, while Canelo continues to overpower everyone he faces. He admitted it is a strong money fight, but said it is not a true competitive one. Virgil Ortiz has already said he wants to face Crawford if he drops back to 150 after the Canelo bout. The 27-year-old crowd favorite believes Crawford's unbeaten run would end. Speaking with Ring Magazine, Ortiz predicted a clear win for himself as the naturally bigger fighter. He said honestly that Crawford is still too small and noted that while Crawford weighed in at 180 gaining weight is not the same as truly carrying it in a fight.
Because of the size difference, he can stop Crawford.
Well, absolutely. Absolutely. I think that anything Canelo hits him with is going to hurt him. He won't be able to catch him early because, like I said, the speed and the foot speed and the hand speed. And Crawford's a heck of a fighter at his own weight. 54, when he fought Madrimov in his last fight, showed us that he can't really, the weight makes a difference. I don't care how much weight he gains and how much he does to try to get up to that level, 168, is going to make a difference.
How we feeling?
Do you have your seat?
What's been going on, Terence? Talk to us for a little bit.
I got somewhere to go, man.
Yeah. We follow you for just the time being.
Yeah.
Hey guys, you guys supposed to do interviews over there?
Yep. Terence, I like the way
Don't talk to him.
Mario, don't I got an interview with you?
They haven't told me that. I would love to have an interview. I haven't had an interview with you, a proper interview, in a year and a half.
What's up, man? What you
What's
got?
up, bro?
Don't get the cold, man.
Yeah. Your move up to 154, how much stronger are you feeling?
I might understand if Crawford faced someone of lower skill, but we're talking about Canelo. That guy is one of the best. He's been boxing at a high level for years. I believe Canelo will win clearly. He explained, pointing out that Crawford does take hits, and he can't afford that against someone like Canelo. I know some people might disagree, but Crawford does get hit, sometimes cleanly, and that is never good, especially against Canelo. Canelo is fast, not slow, and he can catch you when you least expect it. His last opponent, William Skull, was bigger, younger, and probably more energetic, yet Canelo controlled the fight, easily dictating the pace and shutting down his attacks. Davis said Canelo's timing and experience remain top-notch. He looks sharp, lives in the gym, and his skills are still at the elite level.
How are you feeling at 54?
I feel great. I feel strong. I feel motivated. You know, I'm just ready to go out here and do my thing.
Yeah. Terence, tell us about that back and forth with Eddie.
Oh, Eddie.
Yeah, you look a little heated there.
I ain't heated.
No?
Eddie just be throwing rocks and just saying anything that comes to his mind to make himself sound, I don't know.
Davis believes Crawford has the ability to match or even surpass his big win over Errol Spence Jr. He said Crawford could make Canelo look ordinary, explaining that the Mexican champion won't easily find the right sparring partners to replicate Crawford's style. Beyond just a clash of styles, this fight is a test of Crawford's dominance across weight classes and a chance for Canelo to prove he's still at his peak. While Davis and Crawford's team are very confident, the jump in physical challenge and Canelo's proven skill make this a risky matchup.
The one thing about Crawford is he got guts. Them bums ain't have no guts. Them bums didn't want to win. Crawford want to win. That's it. It ain't about no belt. It ain't about nothing. You didn't sign the contract. We want to win, and he want to be the best, and he is the best. So that's what's going to be the difference. You know, Crawford got guts. He got a fighting spirit. So when you see Crawford, he going to go in there and get busy with Canelo. Don't you even doubt that. You understand? You ain't never seen Crawford stay on the back foot in no fight in his life. You understand? He the type of guy to go get you. So expect him to go get him. We going to do everything we can to him. We going to do whatever we got to do. But one thing you can expect.
Canelo Alvarez has only lost twice in his career. Once to Floyd Mayweather and once to Dimitri Bivol. Jay Prince, Mayweather's former manager, believes Crawford will hand Alvarez a third defeat. The fight is expected at super middleweight, meaning Crawford will need to move up from his last fight at 150 pounds. While Alvarez will have the weight advantage, Jay Prince thinks Crawford has the skill to get the job done. Speaking to Shazel, he said, "I feel Crawford will beat Canelo. I'll put my money on it. He's one of those fighters. At the same time, Prince refused to criticize Alvarez, saying, "Of course you can't say anything bad about Canelo. He's the best of the best, but that's my view." He also dismissed concerns about Crawford moving up in weight, explaining, "I've seen him spar and fight over the years, and he shows no signs of wear and tear. He knows what he's doing." Canelo is a strong fighter with plenty of experience at super middleweight, giving him an edge in understanding the division compared to Crawford coming from a lower weight. Still, Crawford is a highly skilled technician in the ring. Before facing Crawford, Alvarez must first take on David Benavidez, aiming to reclaim the undisputed super middleweight title. Crawford has never avoided a challenge, and his next fight could be the biggest of his career. Talks are intensifying for a September showdown with Canelo Alvarez, a 168-pound clash that would pit two pound-for-pound greats against each other in a defining battle for the era.
Gonna step to him, because you can't beat Canelo going on a back foot forever. You got to go get him. You got to do something, and he better know Crawford is coming.
And when he gets on the inside with Canelo, do you feel he's got the power to hurt and stop him?
Definitely got the power, and he got the speed to counter punch, to his defense, to catch punches, to counter punches, and to let his hands go. Crawford got the speed and to.
However, not everyone is convinced yet, especially Yadan Boots. Andis, one of boxing's rising stars, is preparing for his own fight against Staninis this weekend, but took time to share his thoughts on the Canelo versus Crawford hype. He isn't handing out blind endorsements. In a recent Fight Hub TV interview, Andis expressed doubts about Crawford moving up 2 weight classes. He said Crawford should have a warm-up fight at 160 pounds just to see how he handles a bigger opponent. Boots was direct about Crawford's challenge. Canelo has been at this weight for a while and has been knocking out bigger fighters. Crawford is smaller, and Canelo has beaten men weighing around 200 pounds on fight night. Alvarez may not be a natural super middleweight, but he has a history of hurting and finishing opponents much larger than Crawford, and anyone who knows boxing understands this.
Okay. Hey, John, I don't have much time left with you, so I appreciate the time that I've gotten with you. I'm curious to get your insight on a fight coming up between Terence Crawford and Canelo in September. Crawford's moving up a few weight classes to meet Canelo. Just your insight. How does Crawford cross that bridge? How does he nullify the weight difference and get a win against Canelo?
I don't know.
Others in boxing have shared similar worries. Timothy Bradley told BoxingScene.com that while Crawford might be the most complete boxer today, the size difference is significant and cannot be ignored. He said it's a big jump. Bradley added, Crawford has never lacked confidence. He's made it clear he will fight anyone at any weight. That's what greatness is. And for fans, that mindset is what makes this fight so exciting. The question remains, can skill and technique make up for Canelo's size and power? Crawford may be one of the sport's best technicians, but facing Canelo directly leaves little room for error. Canelo has also fought top-level opponents like Floyd Mayweather, Miguel Cotto, Shane Mosley, and Sergey Kovalev, plus 3 bouts against his longtime rival Golovkin. Meanwhile, former WBA and lineal featherweight champion Barry McGowan has suggested a plan for Crawford to beat Alvarez. Speaking with Boo, McGowan said Crawford needs to return to his earlier form in power and timing. He described Crawford as an old-school fighter in the Sugar Ray Robinson style, using precise timing to land counters. To lessen Canelo's early power, McGowan recommends Crawford move in and out of range instead of standing still, keeping Canelo guessing and avoiding heavy shots.
Like a 50-50, 60-40, you gotta lean towards Canelo because he's been at that weight for a long time now, and he been pitting big guys out and things like that. Crawford a little smaller, so I don't know. We gotta see how it play out come whenever they fight. When they supposed to fight, September or something like that.
September.
Yeah, we gotta see how it play out. We don't know. It's boxing, but I think you gotta lean more towards Canelo because, like I said before, he
went on to say that Crawford usually takes pride in trading punches, but he won't do that against Canelo. In this fight, Crawford will stay as evasive and slippery as possible because getting drawn into a slugfest would be dangerous. You might think you can push the pace if Canelo is losing power, but Canelo knows exactly how to handle that. That's it for now. For the latest news, highlights, and updates from the world of boxing, stay connected by subscribing to our YouTube channel and turning on notifications so you don't miss videos like this. Until next time.